Good evening, sports fans. Welcome to Sports Roundup on this Wednesday night, November 25th, 2015 here. I'm Peter Wiggins here. Let's start off out at the TD Garden in Boston, Massachusetts here, where the Boston Celtics squared off against the Philadelphia 76ers at the TD Garden here. And the Celtics got off to a 12-2 start in the first quarter, but Philly kept on hanging on. But then the Celtics held off and led it 26-24 at the end of the first quarter. But then the Sixers dominated the second quarter 23-14 as they went to the halftime break lead into 47-40. And then the Celtics kept on fighting and they won the third quarter 17-15 as the Celtics were down 62-57. And the Celtics kept on fighting, and in the final minute, the Celtics kept on gnawing and fighting under the bay back to the lead here. And the Celtics, against all odds, defeat the Philadelphia 76ers 84-80 as they go to 8-7 in the season. As Isaiah Thomas, 30 points in a game for the Celtics, while Jahlil Okafor on 19 points in the loss of the 76ers. As next up, the Celtics, they'll be at the Garden on Friday night for a date with the Washington Wizards here. Okay, let's take a look at other NBA scores here. Charlotte Hornets defeat the Washington Wizards 101-87 here. Orlando Magic defeat the New York Knickerbockers 191. Detroit Pistons smash the Miami Heat 104-81. Toronto Raptors over the Cleveland Cavaliers 103-99. Memphis Grizzlies over the Houston Rockets 86-79 with 81-11 in the fourth quarter here. Sacramento Kings leading the Milwaukee Bucks 112-101 with 5:22 left in the fourth quarter here. 8:05 left in the fourth quarter. Minnesota Timberwolves leading the Atlanta Hawks 81-80. 3:56 left in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City Thunder leading the Brooklyn Nets 102-91 here. 4:57 left in the third quarter. San Antonio Spurs leading the Dallas Mavericks 55-50. 2:45 left in the second quarter. Phoenix Suns lead the New Orleans Pelicans 56-48. And Jazz and the Clippers get underway in Los Angeles at about 10:30 p.m. How about those Celtics? Hard-fought win. Let's start off at Joe Louis Arena out in Detroit, where the Boston Bruins squared off against the Detroit Red Wings in an original six matchup, and the Boston Bruins get on the board first on a Frank Vatrano slap shot goal. Second goal of the season assist from Jonas Kempinen. Second assist in London Farrell. Second assist was 1-0 in favor of the Boston Bruins for one period here. But then in the second period, Pavel Datsyuk a snapshot goal at 2:26 with assist from Alexei Merchiko and Timo Pukkanen was tied at 1, and then 14:53 in the second period. Thomas Tatar a snapshot goal assist from Riley Sheehan and Darren Elm, and the game is 2-1 in favor of the Detroit Red Wings here. And it would say it that way, and the Red Wings kept on dominating until the Boston Bruins snapped out of there. And Colin Miller snapshot goal with 1:44 left in regulation with assists from Lurks and 10 assists, and David Krejci 15 assists. Second goal to Miller makes it 2-2 to score. And then in overtime period, Frank Vatrano a tip-in goal with assist from Colin Miller and Matt Gillespie as the Boston Bruins hard-fought, hard-nosed 3-2 victory over the Detroit Red Wings. That's now the Bruins improved their record to 11-8-1 in the season here. As next up for the Boston Bruins, they'll have a Friday afternoon Monday night at the Garden against the New York Rangers here. Alright, let's take a look at other scores in the NHL here. Tampa Bay Lightning and the Los Angeles Kings 1-1 the score with 1 second left in the third period here. 16-19 left in the second period. Arizona Coyotes out. Leading Anaheim Ducks 1-0 in here. 5:42 left in the first period here. Colorado Avalanche are trailing Ottawa Senators 2-1. Nashville Predators defeat the Buffalo Sabres 3-2. Columbus Blue Jackets defeat the New Jersey Devils 2-1. New York Rangers fall to the Montreal Canadiens 5-1. Pittsburgh Penguins defeat the St. Louis Blues 4-3 at final overtime here. Washington Capitals over the Winnipeg Jets 5-3. Carolina Hurricanes over the Edmonton Oilers 4-1. Vancouver Canucks over the Minnesota Wild 3-2, and New York Islanders over the Philadelphia Flyers 3-1. And how about those bees? All right, let's take a look at sports news on this late Wednesday night. As Frank Gifford, a Hall of Fame running back who had once involved in one of the most brutal collisions in NFL history, has found to have chronic, traumatic, and encephalopathy of degenerative brain disease. Orlando, Florida, Scott Skiles, the Magic coach, sought to improve this team's bounce by shuffling his starting lineup for Wednesday's game against the Knicks. Sydney joined the space, birdied his opening hole and bogeyed the last during an even par 31 Thursday that saw the defending champion trail early leader Lincoln tagged by 5 strokes on a blustery hot day at the Australian Open. So this is how the NCAA says faces Bill Self, the Kansas men's basketball coach, to become increasingly outspoken about NCAA clear spurs that absolves itself. Montreal Canadiens goaltender Carey Price exited after the second period of the game against New York Rangers on Wednesday night at Madison Square Garden. The Phoenix Suns free agent guard Bryce Cotton was signed out of an NBA Development League on Wednesday. The Suns announced the signing part of the game against the New Orleans Pelicans. Jimmy Butler and Mason Plumlee got an occasion in Bulls winning the Trailblazers last night as Plumlee lowered his head and tried to build Butler's chest on a Butler screen. Highlight of Florida, Cubas and Zlandi Lara successfully defended his World Boxing Association Super Welterweight title Wednesday night, star performer welterweight champion Jen Zvek in the third round. It's almost Thanksgiving. St. Louis Rams third-year wide receiver Stephen Bailey is out of surgery and resting in an intensive care unit after being shot in a car in Florida on Tuesday night. The city of Miami Gardens Police Department said on Wednesday. The good teams are starting to separate themselves, and the Rangers Canadiens are among them as what Star Duels can learn from Gannett and Marbury. UFC swag province counsels against making the USA LA game too big. In Foxborough, Massachusetts, the New England Patriots will be without top receiver Julian Edelman for a significant stretch of time because of left foot injury, but they'll first have Denny Amendola as a part of the replacement plan. Just one day after a report surfaced about Marshawn Lynch needing a couple of weeks to recover from an abdominal injury, it looks like about much longer than that, as Marshawn Lynch out for 4 or 5 weeks after surgery for sports hernia. Eugene, Oregon, Dwayne Benjamin tied his career high with 25 points as Chris Fisher nearly recorded a triple-double as the number 20 when the Oregon men's basketball team beat Arkansas State 91-68 before Monday night crowd of 5,406 crowd at Matthew Knight Arena. While Holly Holmes soaked up the spotlight, Ronda Rousey, the woman she defeated, had been indicted as it could be because the former UFC women's bantamweight champion faces needs extra time to heal after taking a knockout kick at UFC 193. On Tuesday morning, the Athletics struck a deal with Astros, bringing shortstop Jed Lowry back to the Bay Area as Oakland acquired a share head in middle infield with some pop ball. Houston reliever Brendan McCurry, who led the A's Farm Club. And that is going to be it for Sports Roundup on this late Wednesday, November 25th, 2015. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Hope you have a happy and a safe Thanksgiving.